Hey, Sean.
Hey, Kyle.
Welcome to this week's market report.
Well, thank you. Hey, what's going on this week?
Buyers got some really great news.
That is very, very true. Okay, before we get to the good news, if you guys want to skip straight to the market report, look at the graphs, get into all the data, fast forward about 3/4 of the way through this video, and that way you don't have to listen to us go on about the questions and answers. But if you want to stay tuned and find out about the good news, here we go. So what's going on?
Lower interest rates.
That's right. So this week, I'm sure you've all heard in the news, the banking situations that have happened. And because of the banking situations, the Fed is expected to not increase interest rates as much as they were planning on it, or maybe not increase them at all right now, in order to not shock the system. So because of that, the response in the mortgage industry is that interest rates have come down. So this is really good news. It's a good opportunity for buyers, but we did have a question that came in today. Actually, we had it from several different people, and here's the question.
So the question is, okay, interest rates are going down. I love it. Should we wait for them to continue to go down even lower?
Okay.
That's the question.
So that is the question. And the question is very reminiscent of, hey, should we wait until the market calms down from spring of last year so that prices come down? Should we wait? Basically, the question is almost always, should we wait? Always keep in mind, okay, there's an investment philosophy that says it's not timing the market, it's time in the market that is success with an investment. So it's the same thing with real estate. If you try to time the market, you're quite often going to miss. And we've seen that happen over and over.
And not even miss, right? Because it's really hard to miss in our local market. Nationwide, I'm not talking about that, but it's hard to miss.
Yeah.
In our market.
Well, okay, so yeah,
so
you're
time
right.
in the market here, I mean, even last week when rates were still higher than they are now, it was still a great time, because if you're not planning on turning around and selling right away, time in the market is still going to get you appreciation here in our current market. I just want to throw that there.
Yeah, completely agree.
Yeah.
So when I say miss, I mean like you've missed that current price point because price points have continued to increase. So,
because inventory has stayed down.
Okay, so here's the conversation about the question that was asked. So I'm going to give the first case scenario. Let's say that you do wait. Let's say that you wait for the interest rates and you see if they continue to go down. Well, there's one of two things that can happen. Number one, they may continue to go down, and if they do continue to go down, what do you think is going to happen with competition? We're going to get right back into the spring summer market of 2021, 2022, where we're having even more multiple offers because we have a ton of buyers even right now that are sitting and waiting for those rates to come down.
Yeah, and we're back to where if full price offers don't cut it, especially when you have contingencies. We had a little tiny, maybe month and a half period where you could get some contingencies in there, and we were telling you now's the time, do it, because you don't have to waive all these things to actually win the offer. And we're back to don't be surprised that you're gonna lose if you don't.
That's if you look at properties that just came on the market. There are still some that have sat, but not very many. So that's the thing. So if you wait, you're going to end up facing competition, and so then that scenario is going to come up, and the thought's going to be, hey, let's wait until competition slows down. So no, don't wait based on that. Okay. The other thing is if you wait, just as the interest rates decreased like almost in a day, they dropped dramatically. If you wait, they can go back up in a day.
I mean, inflation is still a big factor here.
Yes. So this is a short-term relief by the Fed. It's not going to be something where they continue to drop interest rates, because inflation is still, they're aiming for that 2%.
The idea here is they're giving everyone a pacifier to be like, no, calm down. The banks it's not going to be like this full thing bankrupt. Stick this in your mouth and just soothe yourself for a little bit, and then they're going to pick right back up because they still have a big inflation problem to solve.
So this is a window. Jump in the window, take it. Now, if you jump in and you get a property, let's say this weekend, I encourage you, and I think Kelly would agree, get out this week while the rates are where they are. Get out this week, get a property under contract, lock the rate, because even if you lock the rate and they do continue to go down,
relock.
You can do a relock. Yes. Yeah. So correct me tell me that it's true, right? You can, if the rates do go down even after you've locked your rate under contract.
You can request a relock with your lender. I don't know of too many that don't offer that situation.
Yeah. So confirm that with your lender. But it's kind of it's a win-win situation. You lock in the low interest rate now by getting a property under contract and having that ratified
before
contract.
Everyone's like, oh wow, I'm going to do it. So certainly don't wait. I mean, especially if you're someone, you've already been out there, you're already just about ready to bite the bullet and make an offer or go under contract. go ahead and do it now because you're about to have everyone else and their grandmas trying to do
That's
it this
right.
weekend.
And here's what's going to happen. If the rates go down and that competition goes up, prices are going to shoot up even higher than they already are, and you've locked that lower rate and you've already got the property. When rates come back to where they are right now, we're still going to have the competition. Prices are still going to continue to go up, and you've actually locked a property in with a low interest rate because these other people are paying a higher interest rate.
Right.
So it really is a win-win situation. So if you're in a position to buy right now, this is the weekend. This is the next probably 5 to 7 days. Get out there and do it ASAP.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
agreed. Okay, so let's look at the market report. Let's see what all the other buyers and sellers are doing so that you have an idea and you're fully armed when you go out in the market.
Give me a sneak peek. What's the market report?
It's continuing steady trend. Market activity is increasing, inventory is increased, buyer activity is increasing even more. So we're on that trend going into
Stronger sellers market still.
Yeah, strong sellers market. Yeah, it's actually stronger than it was last week.
What about compared to last year?
Last year,
This time,
I think we're still about even. Yeah, pretty even.
which was kind of creepy.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why you have us.
All right, off to the numbers. Here we go. All right, so let's get to the let's get straight to the numbers, straight to the graphs, and we'll kind of establish what the baseline is for the past 7 days, and we'll see how the lowered interest rates affect activity in the next 7 days. So let's get right to the graphs. All right, so orange line, as always, is our buyer activity line, and you can see that it is still continuing in that upward trend, and pretty much has for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably about quarter. Buyer activity has just been going steadily upwards. Inventory has also been trending up, but it just has been more of an up and down pattern. But the last 7 days, both had an increase. You can see that buyer activity did increase a little bit more than inventory, which of course is going to strengthen the seller's market. So if we come over here and we look at seller's market, you'll see the last 7 days that did go up just a little bit. So here was the bottoming out, and then the trend has been moving steadily in this direction for the strength of the seller's market. And we are in the spring going into summer. So the hope is that we continue to see this go in just this gradual trend versus doing what it has done in the past. And if these interest rates do have an effect, we might see a significant increase this way. It will come back down again, but we may see that strength of the seller's market start to get a little bit steeper. So that's why we're encouraging that as a buyer, that you really move quickly. That's why we're putting this market report out early this week so that you are armed and you're ready to go out into the weekend and try to find that property and get it under contract before that flood of buyers comes into the market, because there's usually a little bit of a lag. You're still going to be competing against the buyers that were already out there looking, but there's going to be a little bit of a lag, and then there's going to be some people that have been sitting on the sidelines that are probably going to come in and flush the market over the next probably 7 to 10 days. So we recommend you get out there just as quickly as you can. All right, if you have any questions, please feel free to let us know. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe to our page. Please share it. I think you're also supposed to like it. I'm not really sure how that works, but anyway, thank you for giving us your time. We really appreciate it. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and we will see you on next week's video. Good luck out there.